Hi, I'm Will Wilshire with Lotus West Properties. Today we're going to talk about how you don't have to go it alone. It's time to let go and let others help. Now, entrepreneurs are known for taking on all the responsibility for their business and really refusing to let anyone else help. But this only leads you to burnout. Here's why you need to learn to delegate and stop burnout in its tracks. You can find it in every industry. An entrepreneur who spreads themselves way too thin because they don't really wish to or even simply want to understand how to delegate tasks to other people. But when is it time to stop doing everything for yourself? This is the question entrepreneurs fail to ask themselves until their businesses begin to suffer the consequences. While it's more common among new entrepreneurs, even veterans still find it difficult to delegate tasks that they feel are best served by handling them personally. But an entrepreneur can be his or her own worst enemy in that regard. Taking on too many tasks and responsibilities all too often results in a failure to maintain a high quality of operations. One person just cannot do it all. Don't make the mistake of standing in your own way. When you do it all yourself, you're asking to fail. And it's really that simple. Entrepreneurs never realize they're making it harder on themselves until they're faced with the results of failure. Going it alone. Should you or shouldn't you? That's the question many entrepreneurs are asking themselves each and every day. At first, they have no choice but to do everything on their own. And this may be suitable in the initial phase of the business. Money's tight and you can't hire much help anyway, so you're left with little or no choice but to take on all the important tasks by yourself. But the goal must always be to place yourself in a leadership role where you have the benefit of owning the business and assigning tasks to your team of employees. An employer who doesn't allow his or her team to do their job is just wasting money. So let them do their jobs. When the business starts to grow and you're enjoying increased success and building confidence in yourself and the product or service, the time will come when you realize your workload is going to multiply. So get ready. It's going to happen pretty quickly. And your first inclination will be to manage everything yourself as a way to repeat your successes upon one another. After all, weren't you the reason the business grew this far? Why mess with this recipe for success? Well, that's where most entrepreneurs make their most critical mistakes. Double or triple the workload in the form of increased service calls, purchase orders, partnerships, or anything that spells success for your company. That's wonderful when it happens. But when you're doing it all on your own, the challenges of one individual handling the work without assistance can negatively impact the much sought after growth. A burned out entrepreneur is a less effective one. It's when double the work becomes double that many business owners start to question if this is honestly still the best way to proceed. And some details, they're just bound to get missed. So, learning on the job. One of the most common reasons behind an entrepreneur choosing to go it alone is to learn more about the industry in which the business is centered. There's no denying it's a great way to get all hands-on experience and really learn everything you can learn about the business. Every new entrepreneur will go through some growing pains and mistakes will be made. But there must come a time when school is out and it's time to take a more commanding, professional approach to building your brand. It's important to gain critical education to prepare a business owner for future endeavors. But it's also critical to employ the right personnel, so you know you've got the right people on your side. Qualified people whom you can rely on and trust with delegating important tasks. So hiring the best people to delegate with confidence. What's that all about? Entrepreneurs with ambition and dedication to do it all themselves can honestly feel this burnout we've talked about because they have taken way more than they can handle. Does this sound familiar? What about your business? Have you started to feel as if things aren't getting handled in a timely manner? Are you finding the small things are being missed and creating bigger problems? Some business owners are reluctant to delegate to others because they only trust themselves. But when you hire the best possible candidate, you need not worry about the job getting done the way you want. So team management, that's time management. When you have the right team in place, your ability to delegate with confidence increases. But it's not something you can learn overnight. It really isn't. And you need strong, talented people who share your vision. That's where the most effective leaders distinguish themselves from mediocre business owners. When an entrepreneur presents a clear and specific direction for the team, the vision for the future comes into focus. This is the foundation of a good team. So assign duties to individuals who are best suited to handle the task. Get to know your team better, and you'll start to realize what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses of each and every person. This can be extremely useful for delegating big tasks and understanding the way to do it the most effective. When you delegate a task to a team member who can best carry it out, you're managing your time wisely and efficiently. This will allow you more free time to run the business the way you need to, while your employees carry out their assignments. Be sure you've established a clear course for the project and make sure everything is completed in a timely manner. Everything must be set forth clearly before the task is started. It will reduce the potential for miscommunication and delays. That's your responsibility as the business owner. So, when most entrepreneurs who are just starting out face these challenges, they're often better for it. But as a big business begins to grow and thrive and do well, experience becomes less important. As more work piles up, mistakes are made. How many entrepreneurs out there feel like there just aren't enough hours in the day? It's very common. It's a common refrain, and it's often due to a lack of assistance at the right time. So swallow your pride, ask for help, and delegate tasks to the right people. Thanks, and I hope this was helpful.